Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth Doroba. A man from New York has been sentenced to over 20 years in prison in connection with a Hazel Township murder. According to officials, Joseph Sarmiento has been charged with third-degree murder for the death of 41-year-old Helena Johnson in 2021. Investigators say Johnson was found dead on June 6th at the Red Carpet Inn in Hazel Township. A forensic pathologist determined that Johnson had been struck at least 10 times and possibly strangled. Sarmiento has been found guilty of third-degree murder, but also mentally ill. Officials say he has been sentenced to 20 to 40 years in prison in connection with the case, but that the mentally ill charge will allow him to receive mental health treatment during his sentence. A woman from West Hazelton has died following a rollover crash in Rice Township on Saturday. Emergency crews say they were called to the scene on Interstate 81 southbound around 11:30 a.m. According to officials, the one-car rollover crash took place near mile marker 160 and resulted in the death of the vehicle's lone occupant. The occupant has been identified as 49-year-old Don Ronco of West Hazelton. A portion of Interstate 81 southbound was closed between exit 164 and exit 159 as crews worked to clear the scene. The roadway reopened around 2:00 p.m. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. A man from DuPont has been charged with the sexual assault of a child. According to the office of the Pennsylvania Attorney General, William Christian Jr. was arrested on Tuesday and charged with unlawful contact with a minor, indecent assault, disseminating explicit sexual material to a minor, and other offenses. In a press release, Attorney General Dave Sunday said Christian had served as a board member for the Lehigh and Keystone Valley Model Railroad Museum and had been using a common interest in trains to groom and prey on a child. Over the course of several months, investigators say Christian exchanged thousands of Facebook messages with the 15-year-old victim, many of which were lewd and sexual in nature. Officials say Christian also physically assaulted the victim on the way to and from model train events. Christian was arraigned on Tuesday, and his bail has been set at $125,000. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for May 13th. Emergency crews in Hazel Township were dispatched to the 500 block of the Can-Do Expressway on Sunday for reports of a motor vehicle crash with entrapment. Upon arriving at the scene, crews say one patient was found unresponsive and heavily entrapped. Within 12 minutes, crews report that the patient had been extricated and handed over to EMS. The patient was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton with severe injuries. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. Coming up on WYLN News, Hazelton area students help out at the first annual Run for the Roses tea. Plus, Wyoming Area Regional Police investigate a reported theft. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health. Investing in your well-being and building healthier communities because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow it's gonna be really rainy, so make sure you bring your umbrella.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid.
Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Cooking rice just isn't nice.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Drums Lioness Lions Club collaborated with students from the Hazleton Area School District to host their first annual Run for the Roses Tea on April 27th. The event was held at the Sand Springs Country Club and featured an afternoon tea complete with food, homemade desserts, a hat contest, and tricky trays. Student volunteers at the event assisted with setup, cleanup, and welcoming guests. They also built a strolling table and a mural for use during the event. In a press release, Superintendent Brian Uplinger said the event showcased the talent, teamwork, and spirit of the Hazleton area students. The proceeds from the event will benefit community projects and the Drums Lioness Lions Student Leadership Award program. A man is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Timothy Shelley is wanted on DUI charges. He is known to have ties to the Palmerton area. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. The Wyoming Area Regional Police Department is asking the public for help in identifying the 2 individuals shown on screen. According to police, the 2 men are believed to have information regarding a theft. Police say the individuals left the scene in a silver sedan. Anyone with information regarding the case is asked to contact Wyoming Area Regional Police at 570-613-8065, extension 129. The Hemlock Township Police Department is currently investigating a reported hit-and-run. According to police, the incident took place on Sunday, May 4th, between 3:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. in the parking lot of the Hemlock Township Cracker Barrel. Anyone with information regarding the suspects or the white Jeep shown on screen is asked to contact Officer Flewelling at flewelling@hemlocktownship.org. Coming up on Hazelton's News Choice, we learn about some upcoming events for veterans on this week's segment of Kokomo's County Report. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Danville, Part 1. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Eric was in a car accident in New York, but he lives in Pennsylvania. Tune in to see how gentle chiropractic and how he will write reports for his attorney is going to give him the best care that he needs.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to Kokomo's County Report. I'm here, as always, with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Kokomo. Romilda, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Very good.
And I know we're here today to talk about some exciting events for veterans in Luzerne County coming up.
Correct. Memorial Day is coming up, and of course, we have to recognize all the men and women who have sacrificed their lives for our freedoms and democracy. So we have two events coming up that I would like to share with the audience. First, we're relocating our Veterans Affairs office to 61 Water Street in Wilkes-Barre. It's near where the Veterans Affairs used to be years ago. That location seems to be more handy for veterans and their families who come to Veterans Affairs to seek some assistance. So we're having our open house on Friday, May 9th at 61 Water Street from noon until 2, and everyone is invited. May 9th is also Military Spouse Day, so we'll be recognizing military spouses. have to remember that the family members sacrifice as well. And then on Monday, May 12th at 8 a.m. In Hanover Township, Kevin Clocker, our Director of Luzerne County Veterans Affairs, will be speaking at the Rolling Remembrance. And this is quite an event. A flag is taken across the country in honor of our veterans and the families of our veterans. And our director will be speaking at the Rolling Remembrance. It'll be in Hanover Township on May 12th at 8 a.m. And for more information, can go to our website.
Very cool. Lots of great events. And for our veterans in the Hazleton area, you said they can access those Veterans Affairs office here at City Hall too, right?
City Hall, we have office hours Tuesday and Thursdays, and a representative from Veterans Affairs is at City Hall. So if you need any assistance, we are here for you, our veterans and the veterans' families.
Absolutely. And another thing coming up is, of course, Election Day.
Election Day. It's a good segue. Our veterans have fought for freedom and democracy, and there is no better way to exercise freedom and democracy than to vote. We have our municipal election primary on May 20th. Ballots have been sent out. If for some reason you did not receive your ballot, you can check on the website. That will take you to a link to check the status of your ballot. If you have not received your ballot or if you have questions, you can always email or call the Bureau. But remember, Election Day is May 20th, and I encourage every registered voter to vote.
Absolutely. And those mail-in ballots can be dropped off at the ballot box locations?
We have 2 ballot box locations, one here at what is called the Broad Street Exchange Building on the corner of Laurel Street and Broad Street. There is a drop box there. There's also 2 drop boxes at Penn Place, one on the first floor and then one on the second floor of the Bureau. So they can be dropped off there as well.
Good information to know. Anything else you want to share with our viewers today?
Just for Memorial Day and for our veterans, I want to thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Always important. Well, I guess that's going to do it for another segment of Kokomo's County Report. We'll see you next time.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
One of the first European settlers who saw potential in the lower North Branches Valley was William Montgomery. Born in what today is Delaware County, Montgomery purchased land in the area from the Cummings and Simpson families in 1773 and 1774. Service in the Continental Army from 1776 to 1777, in which he fought against the British in New York and New Jersey, delayed Montgomery from developing his new property, but eventually he would move his family there. Montgomery would build the first sawmill, grist mill, and trading post in what was initially called Montgomery's Landing. He would also build in 1792 a stone house that still stands today and is operated by the Montour County Historical Society as a museum. William's son Daniel Montgomery would also play a large role in the settling of the town that started growing in the wilderness. It was Daniel who would lay out the core of the town between Mill and Church Streets, the heart of today's community. He would serve the area in both the U.S. House of Representatives and the Pennsylvania Senate. And it would be in Daniel's honor that Montgomery's Landing would, in 1792, be given its more lasting name of Danville. Daniel Montgomery would also oversee the completion of the North Branch Canal through Danville in 1831. The original 55-mile section of the canal stretched from Northumberland to Nanticoke. It would later be extended north to the New York state line. While usually the canal stayed close to the river, in Danville it moved inland somewhat, through the center of town. The fact that Daniel Montgomery had mills along the canal's path probably played a factor in this routing. The North Branch's Lock No. 2 would be built in Danville, and it was said that Danville had 2 churches for each denomination in town, so there would be one on each side of the canal. The last boat floated up the North Branch Canal in 1901. One business would soon become Danville's keystone industry, iron manufacturing. The hills around town were rich with coal and iron ore, and the many iron furnaces that sprang up in Danville would be among the first in the world to use anthracite to produce iron. On October 8, 1845, the Montour Iron Company rolled what is believed to have been the first iron T-rail in the United States, although a foundry in Mount Savage, Maryland also makes this claim. The company also produced, in 1859, the first pre-ordered 30-foot iron rails for the Sunbury and Erie Railroad, as well as the rails used to connect the first Intercontinental Railroad at Promontory Summit, Utah in 1869. At its peak, no fewer than 14 iron mills operate in Danville, including the Grove Brothers Furnace, Franklin Furnace, and Chalaksky Furnace. When it was founded, Danville was part of Northumberland County. When Columbia County was carved out of Northumberland in 1813, Danville was named its county seat. This remained the case until 1845, when a voter referendum moved the seat east to Bloomsburg. Upset Danville residents looked to get some modicum of control back, and a movement spearheaded by State Senator Valentine Best began to try and create a new county out of Columbia County, of which Danville would be the seat. 5 years later, on May 3, 1850, Danville regained county seat status when Montour County would be formed out of Columbia County. The smallest county in Pennsylvania with only 131 square miles of land, the new county was named in honor of the powerful Native American chieftainess Madame Montour, who had held sway near today's Montoursville, and her son Andrew Montour, an interpreter with colonial agents who had also served as a militia captain during Pontiac's rebellion in the 1760s. Delighted Danville residents pulled a cannon atop the mountains overlooking the town and fired it off in celebration at the return to county seat status. A few die-hard Columbia County residents attempted to repeal the creation of the new county, but eventually the effort went nowhere. The current Montour County Courthouse, designed by Charles Wetzel, was built in 1871 on Mill Street. Shortly after Montour County had formed, it became the site of an infamous apparent murder that made national headlines. Many families had come to Danville to work in the iron foundries. Among the couples who did so were William and Catherine Clark and David and Mary Twiggs, who arrived in the Danville area in 1855 and 1856 respectively. David and William worked together in one foundry, and the families were good friends for a while. David Twiggs, however, died about a year after the quartet had first met. In April 1857, Catherine Clark became seriously ill. Multiple treatments were given to her, but she passed away on May 8, 1857. Shortly afterward, local gossip started spreading that her husband William had been seeing Mary Twiggs, and some suspected the two of them might have conspired to be together, despite Mary having cared for Catherine in her last days. Suspicions would be heightened when an autopsy of Catherine Clark showed she died of arsenic poisoning. As arsenic was often used as a rat poison in those days, this in and of itself would not have been suspicious. When David Twiggs' body was exhumed and examined afterwards, however, he too was found to have had arsenic in his system. When clerks at Danville's Chalfont and Hughes Pharmacy then stated that they recalled seeing both Mary Twiggs and William Clark buying arsenic shortly before David and Catherine's deaths, the sheriff would arrest the two of them and charge them with murder, despite a lack of hard concrete evidence. Both Mary and William vehemently protested their innocence, saying they would never have killed their spouses. Each of them would attempt to escape before the trials, but would be caught before they could get away. William and Mary's trials would be front-page news across America. Despite no hard proof of foul play, and uncertainty by the pharmacy clerks whether William Clark was actually the person they'd sold the arsenic to, he and Mary Twiggs would be convicted of killing David Twiggs and Catherine Clark and sentenced to death. Still firmly protesting his innocence, William Clark was hanged on September 24, 1858. Mary Twiggs, also insisting she was innocent, followed him to the gallows on October 22nd. They remain the only two people executed in Montour County's history. Whether they actually killed David Twiggs and Catherine Clark remains much in dispute today.
Tomorrow it's gonna be really rainy, so make sure you bring your umbrella.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.